Hi there, and welcome to this week's astrological report. I'm your astrologer, Maria Hjelmborg, and I'm bringing you the astrological weather forecast for the week that starts at and ends at the 2020. As always, I would just love for you to encourage you to follow your heart before anything else. That's what's important, if you ask me. So of course we have the astrology, but we also have the choice of joy and perspective. It's not what happens, is more how you take it, isn't it? By the way, I'm here in India still.
Card drawing. I draw a planet, and the ruler I draw determines which two signs we take. And this week it is Jupiter. So we take Sagittarius and Pisces, as Jupiter is the traditional ruler of these two signs. If it is your sun sign or ascendant, you can probably recognize the theme. If you don't know your ascendant, you can post in the comment section at the bottom of YouTube below the video and ask me about this or any other astrologically relevant stuff. Different themes of life run parallel to each other in the same schedule, just as we have different subjects in the same school class on the same day. We enter the week in imaginative and dreamy states. Want to meditate or just fall into a being without even initiating it? Awareness and sensitivity, all in a positive way. A great time to practice being in the flow. From Tuesday we get more energy and momentum. A good balance between realism and the dream world and what you dream of. So whether you want to be creative or talk and dream about what you can manifest for yourself in your life, your focus will be sharpened with a good sense of what you need to balance in order to achieve it. With the empathy of others aligned with this. A good time to get ideas for new initiatives in your life, make new appointments, a new beginning. And in the middle of the week, around Wednesday actually, it's about letting go of control, letting go of all patterns, etc. And it's nice to be able to start looking ahead from now on. Last week and all the way back to the beginning of January, we have been through a massive, a forced looking into what we are, what we fear, or something that needs to change, or something that needs to be accepted. And we finally came out last week, actually, officially, of January's massive aspect, and there was a sense of sticking our heads out of certain ruins, ready to build a new and far healthier foundation for your life. Generally, for the week leading up to the 4th of March, and again from the 16th of March until the 11th of April, you'll generally have this imaginative and spiritual potential, which can, however, also tease a little in comparison to ordinary clear box thinking. That's why you also see people around you making small mistakes and doing irrational actions, also in traffic, especially in the next 2 weeks. So pay attention to other drivers and yourself. From Tuesday evening to Friday morning, we have had impetus initiative, but just over the middle of the week, there can be big arm movements and dreams of the very big. And they may be rounded up by something or someone sticking something in the wheel, maybe Thursday, blocking a process, or you may even think of something that makes a process difficult, or maybe a decision that something is finally over, something where your limit has been reached, or the time has just come to some sort of rounding. From the end of the week, 2 things happen in parallel, but one theme in particular is prevalent: control, domination, jealousy, power, stubbornness, black and white thinking, maybe the theme of your relationships. And although there may be breakdown or breakthrough, a sudden turn of something you thought was fixed. And this is on Friday, just before we enter the weekend. But be aware of one-sidedness and aforementioned trends in yourself. Consciously try to see if you can feel you let something unconscious in you control, or you can become conscious of what it is, either in yourself or others, and make a conscious choice about whether it is in fact like this you want to respond or act on the long run. Also financially, you can be a little one-sided and go all in on something. Meditate on whether it's a good idea to bet everything if this trend should occur. There is a potential enjoyment aspect over the weekend if, through awareness raising of the aforementioned destructive tendencies, you can make room for it. Perhaps good food, delicious things, wellness, and emotional calm of some kind, something that makes you feel like that. It may also be a once-in-a-lifetime massage. Just a super good massage, or maybe just a foot bath with essential oils and sea salt. Sometimes you just laugh at what you're saying yourself. Well, anyways, so be aware of the following throughout the week with the pinnacle of February 25th, or the heightened of this aspect. We have a constellation where we really need to try to let go of the past's controlling, condemning tendencies, especially applicable to Rams or to Aries and Scorpios, and for Aries and Scorpio ascendants. But for everyone it is active at some level. At the same time, you may feel a slight inferiority at the beginning of the week in terms of the degree of ambition. Because of the Chiron aspect, it's kind of like your rejections, the wounds of rejection may come up. So the undersigned bid to solve all the challenges for the week, find the place inside yourself where you don't think but just notice. Allow whatever comes up to come, and suppose that complex and challenging things within you disappears and from your mind, and you can now rest in the place inside you that latently holds peace. Just believe that it is so, and this shall come. Find the trust in this and focus upon it. Sentence of the week. Measure the degree of mental ego activation versus the open present heart by looking at how fast you are triggered to respond to people. Measure the degree of mental ego activation versus the open present heart by looking at how fast you are at the trigger to respond to people. Do you decide for yourself how you react, or does old patterns take over? P.S. Remember that we are in a Mercury retrograde phase, and that this means delays and a communication that is a little off, so mistakes and delay and errors made by people because they are not so clear in their mind. So bear over with yourself, bear over with people, and have patience. For the nerds, the moon starts the week in Pisces and goes into Aries Tuesday night. It's here until Friday morning, and the week ends with the moon in its exalted position in the sign of Taurus. In the very last hours of the week, the moon reaches the sign of Gemini. Tuesday, we have a Sun-Mars sextile, and also Tuesday, there's a Mars-South Node conjunction. And we also actually have the Mars-Chiron square from last week is felt at the beginning of this week. And then last day of the week, Venus is square to Pluto. And before that, Mercury-Uranus is in sextile on Saturday. Sagittarius. There is a task on the family front, your root and foundation as well as your home. If you have a partner, you will see him or her take extra care of the tasks and challenges that this area of your life is currently offering. And it is clear best if you go in and take responsibility here. Get out of your bubble and simply dare to be that change. It will bring really good times if you make the transition as smooth as possible. The process is probably completely over once we have entered a week or two into the week of April. It is following the Mercury retrograde, which has its 3 stages as previously explained, and the final phase ends around this time. Pisces, there is some focus on you right now, especially from your partner, your children, close friends, or the like. They want to be seen and heard. You yourself are more introvert and see and notice a mental change you are going through right now in the way you think or perceive things, especially how you perceive yourself and others. An audit of a kind, and you are primarily alone in this process of change.
Is this